How do you show up as the best version of yourself, as a partner, a spouse, an employee or an employer, a father, a mother, a son, a daughter, as a brother or a sister? How does that version of you show up? Hello and welcome to the Robustry channel. My name is Theo Thomas, and today I want to talk to you about the one thing that you really need to do if you want to manifest in this year of 2025. And by the way, happy 2025 to everybody. So what is the one thing that you need to do if you really want to manifest? I'm not talking about any techniques, whether it's about scripting or EFT, the tapping thing, making a list, checking it twice, the mirror method, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? I'm not talking about those techniques. Although those techniques are good, we will discuss them and discover their power in another video. But for right now, the one basic ground-based thing that you need to learn and to do if you want to make any of these things work for you. Let me just put down my mirror here. The number one thing that you need to do starting right now is you need to commit to yourself. You need to dedicate to yourself that this year, 2025, each and every day, you will show up as the best version of yourself possible for every day. Now, you're going to have days that are going to be better than other days, and some days that are going to be worse than other days. And you might think, hey, I'm going to start off as a superstar. And if you can do that, great. Start where you are at. There's an old saying, bloom where you are planted. And so if you are like at the absolute bottom in your life right now, or maybe even lower than what you thought you could go, and you're like, you've dug a hole, then start from there and just start working every day with the concept that today you are showing up as the best version of yourself. So when people irritate you, when somebody cuts you off in traffic, when somebody takes that parking space that you thought you needed, or you get on a bus or a subway or something, and there's no place to sit down and you're being crammed together with the stinky, sweaty person who never takes a bath, your lover, your partner leaves you. You must be the best version of yourself for that day. And that means that the best version of yourself must be committed to doing better than what you assumed absolute best that you could do. And when I say this, I mean, you really, really, you cannot lash out. You cannot explode at anybody. You cannot have a temper tantrum. You, if somebody cuts you off in traffic, you don't flip them off. You don't roll down your window and shout at them. You really are going to be that messiah to your life. You have to be your own savior. You have to be your own hero. And this is not a religious, this is about you being the best that you can. And if you have somebody outside of yourself that's your savior, that's great, but then you should try to do the best you can to be like that person. So from now on, from this moment forward, make that commitment to yourself that you will show up as the best version of yourself possible, better than you've ever done before. And when I say better than you've ever done before, that means if you want to lash out, you want to react, you want to get down in the dumps, you pause for a moment and you start thinking to yourself, what does the best version of myself do in this situation? Who am I? Because like I said, you might be starting off at the bottom and climbing that mountain, and it might be a long ways to the top. So being the absolute perfect version of yourself is out of reach. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being the best version of yourself. So before you open your eyes in the morning, give thanks that you're still breathing, that you're still alive, that you still have another opportunity in life to go on and do better. And then again, before you open your eyes, commit yourself. Say to yourself, today I am the best version of myself. And take those little steps, those little increments to do better. For example, don't continue lying there in bed. Open your eyes, throw back the blanket, the covers, whatever. Get out of bed. Give thanks again. Stretch. Get some air in your lungs. Get your body moving. And really take action to be the best version of yourself. When you go to eat, decide what you can eat better rather than chips, popcorn, candy, chocolate. When you drink, instead of drinking soda or cola or whatever, I'm not condemning that. It's just not a healthy choice. maybe start looking at drinking water. And if you drink juice, maybe squeeze your own juice. You have to decide for yourself, what does the best version of yourself do? How does the best version of yourself talk? Does the best version of yourself have all sorts of foul words coming out of their mouth? If so, maybe it's time to start cleaning that up a little bit. I mean, I myself, I find it offensive, especially when people start dropping F-bombs and using, all sorts of foul language because I think it's cool and I think it gets people's attention. Yeah, it does for a little bit. It'll shock people for a few seconds. And then people like me, I stop listening. It doesn't mean I don't ever use that kind of language, but I put it off in a reserve. Anyway, how do you show up as the best version of yourself? As a partner, a spouse, an employee or an employer, a father, a mother, a son, a daughter, as a brother or a sister? How does that version of you show up? Do you show up, oh yeah, man, I don't have any energy today. And that might be true. I just came out of a really difficult time in my life. It was really painful and it went for years. But I would not allow myself to succumb to the low energy. I would not allow myself to fall down and to stay down. When I got knocked down, I got right back up again. What is that song again? Oh, yeah, that one's a drinking song. After that, we're going to start working on your self-image. So this is the first primary thing that you need to do to improve your self-image, to improve your life, to improve who you are and how people see you, because nothing in your life will change until you until you improve your self-image. When you can look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I love myself. I really do. I love myself and I deserve love and I deserve to be loved. And I deserve to have someone to love and who loves me as much as I love me, and they love themselves as much as I love myself. And I deserve good things in life. I deserve success. I deserve prosperity. And you really mean it. But if you have to start off by faking it and you're telling yourself, you know what? I love myself. I love myself. I've been there. I've been in those situations when you look yourself in the mirror. This is that mirror technique. You look yourself in the mirror, and it can just be a little compact mirror. Although the bigger the mirror, the more you can see of your body, the better, because then you see yourself more as a person than just a face. But you look yourself in the mirror and you say, you know what? Today I'm showing up as the best version of myself, the best version I can be. It might be better than yesterday. It might be worse than yesterday, but it's the best I can be today. And I'm going to keep on striving to do better and better, hour by hour, minute by minute. I'm going to keep on striving to do better and better. And there might be times when you're down and you just got to crash. You got to meditate. You got to lay down. You got to take a nap. I know that the best version of myself would not be eating chips, but I limited it. I limited it to a very small amount. And I didn't beat myself up over it because the best version of me would not beat myself up for breaking the law. When you present yourself to people, get that energy up. Don't just be like, well, I'm doing the best I can. You know, hey, yeah, somebody asks you how you're doing, you're like, yeah, I'm surviving. Change those words because the best version of yourself would at least bump it up from there. So you might have to do it a little bit at a time, keep building it up, but you got to do it. So when somebody asks you how you're doing, you can say, you know what, I'm doing better than I did yesterday. And leave it at that. And if they say, oh, what's wrong? Say, I don't know. You got something wrong with you? Trust me, this stuff works. These techniques work. Hey, you know what? I don't want to take any more of your time. I really appreciate that you came and you watched this video or you listened to it as a podcast. My name is Theo Thomas, and this is the Robustry channel. And one of the things I specialize in on this channel, Robustry, is helping you to level up your game, to have a more robust life. That's where the name Robustry comes from. Now, I've got decades of experience of helping people out, one-on-one, over the phone, through the internet, and I want to help people here, starting off with the videos and the podcast. Again, Theo Thomas, Robustry channel. By the way, thank you. Thumbs up. Let's give it a thumbs up. Write down something in the comments down below because I will read it and I will respond. If you're up for it, subscribe. That'd be a wonderful thing. It would make my day and possibly even your day. Thanks.